So the big question is, how feasible is this ban? Gordon Gow is a professor of media and technology studies at the University of Alberta. Gordon, it's great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, I'm glad to be here.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this social media ban in Australia?
Well, it kind of smacks of a moral panic to me, maybe a knee-jerk reaction on the part of the government. I don't think it's a feasible initiative in the long run. I think it's kind of an overreach, and it's targeting the wrong group. It's targeting youth who make good use of social media. Clearly, there are issues around cyberbullying and mental health, but I would say for the most part, youth are using social media to build supportive networks and develop healthy relationships. Cutting them off from that is going to be a long-term problem, and I don't think it'll work anyways. Kids are technically pretty smart and savvy, and they'll find ways to get around it, and they're going to struggle with this.
This really does seem like old thinking to try and solve kind of a new problem.
Well, this goes back to the moral panic with comic books back in the 30s and the 40s. When they were seen as corrupters of youth, and that kids shouldn't be reading these things, and so they developed the Comics Code and other things. We've seen this with video games, of course, as well, placing the blame on the media and thinking that somehow there's a direct relationship between what kids are doing online and their behavior. We know it's far more complicated than that the support networks for kids offline are really the critical factor that influences their relationships and what they're doing online. And I think that's where this bill is misdirected. It really should be targeting the platforms themselves to force them to do, I guess, more proactive, more stringent moderation of content. And we should be looking to the education system and indeed digital literacy itself as a way to foster smart uses of these technologies rather than banning it outright.
Do you think that once this goes through Australia that we could see other countries following suit, or where do you think this is going to go?
There's a kind of populist reaction, which is like, again, coming back to that moral panic idea. If we ban it, the problem will go away. That somehow if we ban it, kids' mental health will suddenly improve and so on. And so you may see that tendency in some countries that are watching this Australian ban. But I suspect what's going to happen is it's going to be fraught with difficulty in implementing it. And a lot of countries will probably back off on that tendency. Now, the critics of the Australian bill will say that this is a politically motivated undertaking, that is designed to ingratiate the existing political party there. And some have even suggested that it's linked to the Rupert Murdoch media empire and the fact that they've run into some confrontations with Meta, Facebook, and that this may in part be some response to that as well. Fox News, or the Murdoch empire, has been very active in promoting this bill. And it's maybe coincidental or not, but Facebook said they would not pay up to have Fox News carried on that platform. So there may be some of that brinksmanship going on as well in the background.
Is there anything Canadian parents or educators can learn from this?
Yeah, well, I think the important thing is talking to your kids. There's some very good resources online for digital literacy that parents can go to. I think our school system can do better in terms of educating kids in proper digital etiquette and making them aware of some of the problems online and giving them tools and strategies for dealing with those problems. But also importantly, recognizing that in this day and age, the online networks, especially the support network for youth online, are part of their lives, and we can't simply cut them off and expect that we're not going to see some negative impact.
Yeah. Gordon, really great conversation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time today.
My pleasure. Thank you.